ProKennex adds another chapter to one of the game's most surgical and arm-friendly rackets. This is the Black Ace Pro. This comfortable and surgical frame features a 97 square inch head size, a strong weight of 11.4 ounces, and a balance of 4 points head light. Along with that, you have a 325 swing weight and a RA rating of 57. And the best part, a beam width of 19.5 millimeters all around. Like its 2022 predecessor, this racket boasts the thinnest beam and most precise head size in the Black Ace lineup. It also features one of the softest, most flexible beams we've play tested in a while. With that, the Black Ace Pro delivers a uniquely plush response rarely found in modern frames. So I know this racket is supposed to have a lot of feel with the smaller head and the thinner beam, but I personally struggle with the feedback a little bit. I depend on that a lot on my other rackets, and I felt like it didn't have a whole lot of it. And I'd probably credit that to the kinetic chambers this frame has. And the racket is still very comfortable, and the spin potential is still there. So I'm still able to get a lot of dip and still a lot of keep the ball in while still ripping the ball. But I wasn't really creating a whole lot of angles and a whole lot of bigger points with that. I loved it on my slices. I was able to keep the ball really low, and I'm still able to hit a lot of aggressive slices, which again, something I've been working on lately, so this really helped. And one thing I would really compliment this on is the stability. Usually when I get 3 or 5 grain rackets, I start speccing it up after the first hit, but this one was still very stable. I still was able to hit a lot of really good volleys, like stable volleys, create a lot of angles, and I was playing some of my bigger hitters, and even if I hit anything off of the sweet spot, I was still getting a lot of stability, while on the other hand, other rackets, it usually just folds and buckles, so compliment the stability on this frame. On serves, I wish it did have a little bit more power. I know it's supposed to be a control racket, but still, I wasn't hitting a whole lot of faults, but I wasn't getting a whole lot of aces or like free points off of it, which I usually do with my other rackets. And like I said, I get that this is a control frame, but I feel like with the modern game, a little bit more power would have been just perfect. So I do have a few likes about this, and I do have certain things about this racket that I would change, but I really like this racket at the end of the day. I know a few friends I'll be recommending this to. Anyone looking for that smaller head, the classic feel, but then looking for that comfortable racket, definitely check out the Black Ace Pro.
I'm a big fan of ProKennex rackets, particularly their Q Plus series, so I was really interested to see how this Black Ace compared to it. And right off the bat, it felt like a little bit of a love child between a V-Core and a Pro Staff. Really soft, flexible feel, particularly in the throat, but at the upper end of the hoop, really nice, responsive, stiff feeling. I do think that this racket is in a unique class of frames. There's not too many rackets out there with a 305 gram static weight and a 97 square inch head size. So if you're looking for something maybe more off the beaten path, this is really fun to try out. And the feel of this thing is just extraordinary. Loved it on my ground strokes, super satisfying to drill backhands with. And on serve, it was just an absolute hammer. I really liked this racket from all areas of the court, honestly. No real complaints. I do think that this is something that I would want to dial in terms of like a string setup. Maybe not quite as much spin as I would like compared to some other rackets, but that could be fixed with a spin-friendly string, of course. Overall, this is a surefire winner in my opinion from ProKennex, and I would highly recommend trying it out if you're looking for something that's soft yet still controlled.
I've played through many of these play tests with ProKennex frames, and I was also on the brand new Black Ace 315. This one here, comparatively speaking, it is a low powered racket, but unlike the 315 Black Ace, where if I was a little tired, I kind of struggled with the racket. It was really hard to snap my wrist through my serve, etc. This racket never tired me out, and it was extremely, gonna bring back that word that Granville used to use, scalpel-like precision with that 19.5 millimeter beam. All the feel and comfort you could want out of a tennis racket for sure. And without feeling like a noodle, I would say looking at the RA57, I felt like I was getting more of an energy return. I wouldn't flip it around and call it a 75, but it's felt like more in the low 60s. I had no problems with this racket from anywhere in the court. The spread of the strings 16-19 pattern was wide enough for me to help loop my shots, add a lot of spin, aim for small targets, but it never really made me feel like I was compromising the quality of my backhand slice. So just a great all-court racket. Again, I'm going to chime in there with what Oak said in regards to it kind of standing alone, being a unique racket in that it's 305 grams paired with a 97 square inch hoop. So if you're looking for something that is similar, but it kind of stands alone, this is a great option to consider.
For this review, the racket was strung up with a Solinco Mark 10 at 52 pounds. For more information on this racket or anything else tennis related, be sure to check out Tennis Warehouse Europe, and Tennis Only. Thanks for watching.